Coffee break. Today's tidbit.
Angela joins us for the first time for a coffee break. Today's tidbit. Angela, hello to you.
Hello, SJ.
So, Angela, you have your title as the associate.
Yes.
사원.
Yes.
That's only because you're young.
Yeah. But I am the youngest writer here at the Culture Inc.
I mean, there's only two, so I mean, technically it's one or the other, right? You're
Yeah.
the oldest or the youngest here, but welcome to our program.
Thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here.
What's the coffee today tidbit? The coffee break today's tidbit. What's this all about?
So, SJ, I have a lot of interests, a lot of hobbies, and one of them is like streaming dramas on OTT channels. And so that's how I spent the weekend, and I wanted to talk about that.
Oh, so on the very first show, on today's first coffee break, I'm going to spend my time talking to an associate about some drama she watched over the weekend. Yeah?
Don't you watch dramas?
No.
Okay, well then.
I'm watching kids is what I'm doing. Okay, so you want to introduce, but it's part of what K-culture is all about. So what drama are we going to be talking about? Is it like new one or an old one that I watched a long time ago?
So it's a completely new one. I've been waiting for its release for over a year, and it was released last Friday. The title is 폭삭 속았수다, or When Life Gives You Tangerines in English.
Who comes out in this?
So IU and Park Bo-gum comes out. IU is Oh Ae-sun, and Park Bo-gum is Yang Kwan-sik.
So IU and Park Bo-gum, 폭삭 속았수다.
Yep.
It's like, this sounds like some like Jeju dialect.
Do you know what it means?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. So when I first saw this, right, first time around, I saw it wrong, right? First I saw it 폭삭 속았. Wait. I saw 폭삭 속았수다.
Okay, yeah.
Or 폭삭 사갔다. So I thought the first time around, 폭삭 사갔다 means like, man, you've aged. And then 폭삭 속았수다, I thought it was like, I really got tricked.
Yeah. I thought that at first too.
Okay.
Yeah. But it means actually, you've worked hard, or 수고 많으셨습니다.
Oh, so 폭삭 is like very,
Yeah.
right? And then so 속았수다?
It's like 수고 많으셨습니다.
Oh man, the Jeju dialect. Wonders of Jeju. I gotta start listening to Wonders of Jeju and start learning these dialect stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I heard you talk about this with our other writers and stuff like that. So like, what's this about?
So it's about Ae-sun. She was born in the 1950s on Jeju-do Island, and her love story with Kwan-sik, that's played by Park Bo-gum. And it shows how, life doesn't go as planned sometimes, but it's still full of beautiful moments. And the drama itself is a story of our parents' generation and a tribute to their youth.
It's in the 1950s?
So Ae-sun is born in the 1950s, and the drama starts in the 60s when they're in their teens and progresses from that until like the 90s when Ae-sun has a child. And all
this
that.
is perfect. I mean, because, I'm always like reminiscing about Angela, do you remember the 90s? Of course you don't.
I was born in the 90s.
Were you born in the 90s?
Yeah.
90 what, 6?
That's a secret.
Young people these days, they won't even tell your age. It's like you're not allowed to ask how old you are. Okay, so you were born in the 90s,
Yes.
but I'm guessing you don't remember the 90s, do you?
Well, not so much.
Okay,
Yeah.
so going into this whole, do you like? I'm at the age where I was quickly approaching the 40s, right?
Yeah.
And so like I'm always reminiscing about stuff.
Okay.
Are you at the age where you're reminiscing about stuff, or are you just worried about what you're going to be eating for dinner?
The latter. What am I going to have for dinner? What am I going to have for breakfast tomorrow?
Chloe Jizumin says SJ is actually 속았수다 by the title. I did
That's good.
속았수다, but the complete means a different thing here. So I know that IU is not only a really good talent, like a talented singer, but she's like a really good actor too, right?
Yeah,
I mean, and then you have like a combination with Park Bo-gum, but. I remember when we were talking about like what we're gonna do on like the first segment and stuff like that. You're like, I'm gonna talk about some drama. And I'm going to talk about a singer that I like. Is it like, why'd you choose this?
Well, so there were a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about. I like IU both as a singer and actor, but also like I just thought the title was really like well done. The English translation of the title, and it was interesting. It was just a like good starting point to just discuss stuff
It would have been a
random
much
tidbits.
more fun drama if, let's say, like Park Bo-gum comes out in like a sogeting, right? He's in a blind date. And then you know how you get catfish these days, right? And you like the pictures are completely different from whatever is coming out of these dating apps. And then you look at the other person, you go, huh, 폭삭 속았습니다.
Okay, that makes no sense.
But it means, so what does it mean again? Like, give me like in an English term, what does this exactly mean?
폭삭 속았수다.
Yes.
Like when today's show ends, I can say 폭삭 속았수다 if I was a Jeju person.
Why? Wait, what does it mean again? You have to understand, wait, what does 폭삭 속았수다 means? Like, well, life gives you lemons, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, but like
did life give you lemons
but like
by
the
making
English,
you work on our show?
No, but like the English translation is like if life gives you lemons, it means like overcoming hardships.
Okay.
And the English title is a spin on that by putting in tangerines, which is Jeju-do's most famous fruit.
Yeah, like the English title is always confusing because like I like the fact that it's Jeju, right? Jeju dialect, and then it's like when life gives you, what is it? Tangerines.
Yep.
So I mean, hey, we have a frequency in Jeju, right?
Welcome to Arirang Radio.
Hey, because going back to the whole nostalgia thing, right? Like I've been really like over the past few years now, I've been really nostalgic, right? And I haven't watched this drama, and I don't want to spoil it too much because one of our listeners made it up. He says he's going to check it out soon.
Okay.
But one of my favorite dramas of all time was the Reply series.
Oh,
Like Reply
응답하라.
1988,
Yeah.
because I mean I was like 2. But like I remember the 80s, right? And then like the 응답하라, what is it? The Reply 1997.
Yes.
I mean, I was in the US, but like still, I remember the 90s. Like, does it add that kind of like nostalgic feeling?
Oh, definitely. So I was going to talk about it actually, but like the 응답하라 series, I think the drama itself gives off that vibes because it goes, I don't want to spoil it too much, but like it goes back and forth between Esun in the 90s and Esun in the 60s.
You know what I think will be fun for our listeners is, okay, so Jeju's like really known for a lot of things, but like their dialect.
Yeah.
Right? So Esun, so does she end up in Seoul in the 90s?
I don't know that yet. So the only 4 episodes dropped last Friday.
Okay.
I thought all episodes would drop and I was looking forward to it, but actually only 4 episodes dropped. 4 drop this Friday and then 4 episodes the week after that.
Yeah, because like I want to like also for our listeners out there, like we have a lot of overseas listeners. Seoul used to have a certain dialect too.
Yeah.
Like an accent, like in the 90s, right? And it's almost similar to North Korean. No, it is. Have you ever heard Seoul dialect back in the 90s? 네, 맞습니다.
그런데요?
That's straight up. 그렇습니까? 네, 맞습니다. They sounded North Korean back in the 90s, early 90s. If you watch all these old clips, they sound North Korean. But anyways, what was kind of, you watch this movie and you play this, not movie, I keep saying movie, drama. And you said it was on an original, OTT platform?
Yes.
And only 4 has come out.
Yes.
Is this one of those like dramas, even if it goes to like the 70s and the 80s and 90s or whatever it may be, like even for someone who was born in your secret age year, you could still kind of like feel the nostalgia?
Well, I think yes, because the series up till now, up to what's been released, tries to really, convey the time, the background of it. And they try to do it by, like the background news and radio. And actually, as you mentioned, the way people speak, you can actually hear it change throughout the years. So like in the 60s, you can hear the news program. The news anchor is saying like a very strict 60s accent, but in the 90s, it's very more modern. And yeah, you can feel the historical background by watching it.
I like some of the stuff that I like is, what is it? What is that drama with, he was reborn into like a rich family? Something 막내 아들? 막내 something.
부잣집 막내 아들?
부잣집 막내 손자 아들? I don't know. But he was reborn into like a rich family, right?
Yes.
And then he goes back. And so they do all these things like flashbacks to like the 2002 World Cup. They talk about the IMF. I like dramas that revisit all these like historic moments of Korea. And so I'm wondering, again, you're only basing this on like the first 4 episodes that come out, but do they also revisit like some of these
Yes, they do. But
Okay.
like, you know how like in Jeju, it's actually gaining some criticism because of that. You know how like Jeju-do, when you think of Jeju-do in the 60s, 50s, you can't go over the Sasam incident. Like a lot of
Oh.
historical things.
The April 3rd, yeah.
Yeah, but the drama does sort of like go over, like not go over that. It just like,
So but
they
then
don't really mention it.
that happened way before the 70s.
It did
though.
happen. No, like, so at the beginning of the dramas, it's the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
It's the early 60s. So you would, like, I guess people expected that. And then they're like, why would you put, like, why would you set a drama in the 60s at Jeju-do Island if you're not gonna mention specific historical aspects? But besides that, yeah, I mean, obviously the cinematography is amazing because it's Jeju-do. They put in a lot of retro aspects. So I felt like it was well done.
Yeah, and a lot of our listeners tuning in, I mean, they're also a big fan of Wonders of Jeju, and they're also learning Jeju dialect. And hey, if you catch some of these Jeju dialect and do some lessons too, I don't know. But again, I mean, you caught me with the whole nostalgia aspect of all of this. Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I have some time over the weekend when I'm not watching
I think you'll
kids.
like it if you like retro stuff.
Yeah, but then like I would like it till the 90s, right? But I feel like it doesn't visit the 90s so much.
No, well, you'll have to watch it to know, right?
Yeah, but then like if it's like the 60s and 70s, like what am I
Try
gonna
it.
say? Like
Try
I
it.
remember that. I remember that. You know, I wasn't even born then. I was
Try it.
still in my dad. Anyways, Angela, fun stuff here, random tidbits that she's going to be bringing us on a daily basis, whether it be dramas. Who knows what she's going to bring in tomorrow, but next time bring some coffee. Angela, thank you very much for your report today. Have a safe one, and we'll see you again.
See you tomorrow.
I hope you enjoyed that segment on the Culture Inc. If you want to hear more and other great segments on our show, you can tune into Arirang Radio every day from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Korea Standard Time.